A new and technological approach to elections begins. The Central Election Commission held a meeting and a series of events today on July 26. The primary agenda item was the preparation and high-level accomplishment of the upcoming elections for the Legislative Chamber of the Oliy Majlis and the Councils of People's Deputies in a full compliance with the Constitution and laws. According to Article 128 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uzbekistan, elections for the Legislative Chamber of the Oliy Majlis and the Councils of People's Deputies are scheduled to take place on the first Sunday of the third 10-day period of October in the year their term expires. Considering that the term of the deputies of the Legislative Chamber of the Oliy Majlis and the Councils of People's Deputies ends in 2024, the elections will be held on October 27th of this year, and the election campaign will begin on July 26, as decided by the Central Election Commission. These elections mark a significant departure from the past, taking place in a new socio-political environment as stipulated by our Constitution. The meeting underscored the unique features of these elections, which include: first, for the first time in Uzbekistan's history, the Legislative Chamber of the Oliy Majlis elections will be conducted using a mixed electoral system, combining majoritarian and proportional systems. This significant change will see 75 deputies elected directly through the majoritarian system, where voters vote for specific candidates. The remaining 75 deputies will be elected based on the votes cast for the political parties under the proportional system. Secondly, one of the most significant advancements is the full digitalization of election commission's activities at all levels and their interactions with participants in the election process. This development significantly reduces bureaucracy time and document handling in election procedures, ushering in a new era of efficiency in our electoral system. Thirdly, our election legislation has been fundamentally improved to align with advanced democratic standards. These improvements include introducing a new system for election bodies led by the Central Election Commission and requiring political parties to ensure that at least 40% of their candidates for deputy positions are women. Additionally, a candidate must receive a relative majority of votes to be elected. If a candidate gets more votes than other candidates in their respective electoral district, they will be elected without needing a repeat vote. Fourthly, the elections are taking place in conditions of significantly stagnant parliamentarism and the powers of representative bodies at the local level, as established by the updated constitution. Specifically, the absolute powers of the Legislative Chamber have increased from 5 to 11, and those of the Senate from 12 to 18. The Parliament's oversight functions over the activities of executive, judicial, and law enforcement agencies and special services have been expanded. The institution of Hakims leading local councils of people's deputies is being abolished. To enhance the role of representative bodies in resolving important state issues, so the three powers previously held by Hakims have been transferred to local councils. The meeting underscored the significance of these elections as a vivid example of democratic state building in our country and an essential means for citizens to exercise their constitutional rights to vote and be elected to democratic state bodies. The elections will involve the election of 150 deputies to the Legislative Chamber, 56 members to the Senate, 65 deputies to the Zhokhar Khanate of the Republic of Karakal, Pakistan, deputies to 208 district city councils in the regions and Tashkent City, with around 30,000 candidates and nearly 90,000 trusted representatives actively participating. Over 120,000 election commission members and more than 70,000 citizens and international observers are expected to participate in the election process. Considering the important role of elections in state life with the aim of vitally engaging citizens in this process, the Central Election Commission announced that the elections will be held on October 27th under the slogan "My Choice, My Prosperous Homeland." The ESI information system is a key tool in making the election process more transparent and accessible. It facilitates around 60 interactions between election commissions, political party candidates, observers, and the media entirely electronically. Integrated with other electronic platforms, the system automates many procedures in the election process without human intervention. This system forms an extensive database of nearly 400,000 participants in the election process, including election commission members, candidates, and observers. Around 32,000 participants will professionally use the information system, which includes communications through 40 types of SMS notifications. For citizens, the ESI information system introduces several conveniences in obtaining election-related information. Specifically, it provides statistical data on voters and polling stations, information on candidates for various elections, and interactive maps to learn about candidates and their biographies. The meeting emphasized that the ESI law information system represents a new level of technological advancement and transparency in elections. It was also noted that according to Article 37 of the Election Code, political parties have the right to nominate candidates for deputies to the legislative chamber and local councils. To participate in the elections, political parties must have been registered by the Ministry of Justice at least 4 months before the announcement of the election campaign and collect at least 40,000 signatures supporting their participation. Additionally, the meeting approved a calendar plan to ensure that the activities related to conducting the elections are carried out step by step within the timelines specified by election legislation. The Central Election Commission, as an impartial and independent constitutional body, will take all necessary measures to prepare for and conduct the upcoming elections in full compliance with national legislation and international election standards, ensuring the process is open and transparent. A press center has also been established under the Central Election Commission of the Republic of Uzbekistan.